and see, watch the meter to see if it hangs, or if it does that sudden drop, it will be a problem, to see how the voltages hold on it. So, you never know. So, anyway, I've got this mail call I want to do from Chris Justice. Right here is the package. Now, I opened this part already, but I didn't open the part inside. He sent me one of these cutting mats. Thanks, Chris. And I got this box here I'm going to open up. This cutting mat, he got it Dollar General. But my Dollar General sucks, so they don't have this stuff. They don't have this kind of stuff at my crappy Dollar General. He's got a good Dollar General. I got a ghetto Dollar General, when they don't carry that kind of crap. Let's put it this way. They don't have anything good there. Well, Shazam. Look at this. Is that sweet? That's super nice. Super nice. Has that little protector in there. Try it on. I have a little noggin. I could go snoop with it, right? Look at that. Ugh. It sucks being old and bald, man. I'm telling you. It really blows. Anyway, there it is. Fallout. See you Tuesday. I'm not real happy with that Fallout 76. It seems like it sucks. Hey, Wayne, what's happening, man? I know everybody's getting ready for Roger and Kim. I'm not going to be on that long, believe me. Now, for the life of me, I can't remember the guy's name that I'm sending this to. This is my Bug 3. This, I think, was my third quadcopter. Patrick, I think the guy's name is. I think his name's Patrick, yeah. And I'm sending him my Bugs 3. Now, if you ever watch this back, Patrick, I have to take the quadcopter apart to send it to you. The legs I never use, so they're already off, but they're in the box. And I have a bunch of spare props, and I'll throw them in there too. And I have to put the light back on because, I took the light out to put that camera in there. But, yeah, it doesn't have a mark on it. It's in pristine condition, even though I've wrecked it quite a few times. But this thing is so damn durable that it's hard to tear this thing up. With these quadcopters, as long as you wreck them in the grass or hit a tree, not the trunk part, but I'm talking the leaves, okay? As long as you don't crash on the concrete or some real hard surface, usually they'll survive you know, quite a few falls. You know, you have to hit the right angle, you know, to actually crack them up. Now, this thing here is way more durable than the Bugs 3 Mini. The Bugs 3 Mini is very fragile. So if you get a Bugs 3 Mini, don't crash that. Now, you got this here. And the prop tool and the battery and the charger and all that stuff, it's over there on the table. So I have everything in there, the stickers and all that stuff. I never used any of them, so I'll throw all that stuff in. Now, this cutting mat that Chris sent, hey, RC Crazy, I don't even know why I wanted one, but I just seen all these drone guys have one of these. So I said, oh, shit, I want one too. Okay, so I guess people use them. You always see them when they're shooting their videos. These things are always laying on the table. So I guess I'll have one too. You know, what the hell. I actually thought that this was just a piece of paper. But it seems like it's... it seems like it's some kind of plastic. Unless it's a bunch of pieces of paper. No, it's a... I could carve my turkey up on this thing. Okay, I thought this was just like maybe 10 pieces of paper printed in a package. I didn't know it was a solid deal there. Hi, Tony. Yeah, it's kind of like a 1/16 of an inch thick, something like that. Let me see. 32nd. Yeah, it's very solid. You know, you could actually use this for a cutting board. Well, that's what it's called, a cutting mat. I guess it's used for sewing or something. Yeah. And I don't sew. But now I'll be able to put this on the thing when I'm doing the unboxings and all that crap, you know, make me look cool. But anyway, thanks, Chris, for sending me that because, like I said, my Dollar General sucks. Sucks big one. Thanks, Drone Crush. Happy Thanksgiving to you, too. Happy Thanksgiving to everybody. I am going to be taking out that, what is it? The Karma, that awesome Karma again on, I think, Saturday. I'm going to go back to that place where that train, where I had that train, but that's where I'm going to take. Okay, Wayne, I'm going to take a few quads over there. I'm going to take the Karma. Look at my lazy ass cat over there snoozing. Look at him. He's over there sleeping on the end of the couch. I'm going to take the Karma and the Typhoon and the Solo and I think the Mantis and the Anafi. I'm going to take all of them over there. But yeah, I'm going to take all them over there. The Typhoon, I want to drain off the battery because I'll probably put that up for the winter. And the Solo, the same. I just want to actually check this new battery out. That's why I'm going to fly it. Plus, I want to see if I can get the Hero 6 Black rigged up on there. So, hey, Ryan, you've been liking the Fallout. I'm kind of disappointed in it. Oh, that 49 gigabyte update really just pissed me off something ferocious. Okay. I mean, seriously, I downloaded the game, which was 51 gigs. And then a couple of days later, oh, here's a 49 gig patch, which basically was the whole game, you know. Oh, it was just, come on. That was just absolutely ridiculous. Now, I haven't played it since the update. You know, I started my game I started my game pre-update. But I didn't go very far. I just went out there a little bit, you know, killed a couple creepy looking ghouls and went around picking up some stuff and crafting some crapola. And then I I got to some lookout thing and then I just stopped it. And then when I went to turn it back on again, or the PS4 on again, I noticed the update coming through. So I didn't, of course, you know, I had to wait like an hour to update that 49 gigs. It takes like an hour. Even I have a very fast Fios, but it still took an hour. You know, I think I have the 100 gig speed, but it's still 50 gigs still takes an hour. What's up, Hiram? How's it going, brother? Yeah, I didn't get the Red Dead 2. You know, I know, Eric, you got that and you've been going through it because I wanted to get the Fallout 4 first, but now I'm kind of bummed that I didn't get the Red Dead 2 first. I should have just got that. But, I mean, how are we supposed to know that it was going to, you know, I mean, I've played every one of their games since, you know, Fallout 3. I never played those old Fallout games, you know, those isometric looking things. I never played those, but you know, Fallout 3, Fallout Vegas, I played them things to death, man. I went through them things millions of times. I think I got on the Fallout New Vegas, I have every trophy except one, or what do they call achievements or whatever on my Xbox Live account. I think I have every one except one. And Fallout 3 the same way. You know, I think I have one or two missing. So, and that's with all the expansions too. So I played the heck out of those games. And Fallout 4 too. I played the heck out of that, but it's just this new one. I'm just not digging it. But you know what? I'm going to go back in there. Yeah, Ryan, I can tell because you don't have nothing. You know, you're starting with Jack. You know, they're throwing you out the door naked. It's not like you know, the other ones where you can get stuff real quick. Yeah, the other ones you can basically get stuff pretty quick. At least a couple of decent weapons. But hi, Stephanie. Thanks for coming in. But this one, man, they just kick you out the door with nothing. You know, I mean, just here's a stick, beat it. So, I mean, I had a hell of a time right when I got out the door. You know, those little robots. I was able to maul a couple of them, but then I had to start running. You know, so yeah, what could you do? So I ran away from them and got to that little shack where I picked up a couple of things. Plus, you can't find no ammo for the damn gun. I looked around for a while for that. I think you have to build everything. I think you have to make everything. Yeah, I didn't see that. I found one, or I made one. I crafted one at that little shack that's right over the hill from the vault that you come out of. There's a little shack right over the hill. So I went down there and I had picked up some stuff and I crafted a machete in there. So yeah, it is what it is. Yeah, we're gonna see if that's solo. I haven't turned that thing on in, it's been over a year since I even turned it on. So I don't know if there's any updates on it, you know, if they do any updates out there or not. So we're going to see when I fire it up. So I never was a big fan of the thing anyway, so I don't care. If it works, it works. It don't, it don't. I mean, I don't give a shit about it. So who cares? I'll tell you what's really nice is that Karma. I love that Karma 100 times more than the Solo. Okay, the Karma is super nice. Man, was I surprised about that thing. Hey, Magoo, you've done it again. Yeah, was I surprised about that that Karma? Yes, Dan. But I mean, I saw all of these reviews on that Karma. These people having all these issues with this drifting around and doing all this and crashing and all that. And I'm like, I don't see any of this stuff. This thing flies smooth as silk. I mean, it's butter. So, I mean, the thing just sits right there. It don't move at all. And I'm watching all these other videos of these guys. And this was, you know, right after I bought it. And, you know, I have a theory on this. I think what it was that these people didn't. Yeah, right, Dan. I know. I think what it was with these other guys is, you know, these weren't like dummies. These guys knew what they were doing. Okay. But I think they just didn't put all the updates on and they got impatient because it really took me a long time to get all these updates on. I mean, a long time. 30, I think it was 30 tries of turning this thing on and off, on and off, and on and off, and on and off, powering it on, powering it off, over and over and over and over again. I think people just said, you know what, screw this. I'm just going to go out and fly this damn thing. And then it acted up, crashed, fell out of the sky and stuff like that because they lost patience trying to get the updates on. I really think that had something to do with the issues because I got all the updates on and it flies beautifully. As a matter of fact, there's actually more flight modes on it now that I got all the updates finally put on there. They've added flight modes to it than were originally out when it came out. They've added more because when it came out, if you go to their GoPro website or YouTube channel and look up the Karma videos, you'll see there's only 4 flight modes in there. You know, whatever the orbit and the drone-y and the cable cam and there's 4 of them. Well, now there's like 7 of them. Now, so they've updated that part, and that controller is super nice. Also, it's real nice, real nice. The screen on it is really. It's like way brighter than like an iPhone or whatever. You know, the iPhone, when you take them and you use them and you're out in the sun, you got all that glare. Anytime the sun hits that, you can't see the phone. You got to get one of those shields and all this. But this thing, even in the sun, you can see the screen no problem. So they really have some good material in there. You know, it's pretty high quality. So I'm real happy with it. Hey, Dan, I'm going to fire up that battery that I got. I know because Dan knows what he's talking about, okay? Dan knows what he's talking about when it comes to this 3DR solo stuff. he said that even though there's no sign of swelling or anything in the battery, that doesn't mean that it's good. Okay, so I'm going to believe what Dan says about this. Okay, because he knows what he's talking about. But I am going to charge it up, and I'm going to take it out Friday or Saturday. And when I first take it up, I'm going to just let it sit there for a while and watch the meter. So watch the battery gauge to see if it starts dropping too fast. And if it does, then I'll know it's no dice, you know. So we'll see about that. Yeah, I get up every day. I've been up since 4 o'clock. I get up every day, even if I don't have to work. Hey, Nitrate. Love my drones. What's up? Yeah, I got that. It is a nice hat. It's courtesy of Chris Justice. OG Chris. I got the sticker on there too. I should leave that on there, huh? The sticker. It looks pretty cool, man. It ain't gonna help my looks though. Okay, so that's a dead issue right there. Range, what are you doing over there? He's licking his belly because it's so fat. It ain't gonna help my looks, Magoo. That nothing can help that, man. Nothing can help these looks. And this damn head, look at that thing. You know, I didn't start losing my hair until I was in my 40s. And then it just started going like a freaking freight train. So that's the way that went. My cat just walked over to the bird cage. He gets a kick out of sitting there staring at it, staring at my little finch. And if the finch that I have, if the cat don't come around and stare at him and play, the finch gets mad and starts squawking. It likes when the cat's over there staring at it. Hey, Crazy, did you fly that little shooter drone anymore? Okay, Dan. Okay. Well, I'm going to watch it because I'm going to charge it up and take it out on Friday or Saturday or Sunday. I'm going to take it out and check it out. So, I mean, I remember when you made the video about it. I mean, these are 3-year-old batteries, most likely. They're not just made, you know, they're ancient. So, and it looks good. I did pick up another battery for that Karma, and I checked that one, and it's good. So, I'm happy with that. Yay. They still, oh, I'll tell you one thing about that Karma that it really impressed me. Wow, how easy it is to change a motor on that thing. Okay. Wow, is that easy as pie? They have a video on there. There's no soldering. They've really made this thing easy to maintain in the field. I guess was one of their plans when they designed it, because they have some videos on it on their YouTube channel. The way they designed it was they wanted you to be able to fix it if you were out doing a shoot and you wrecked it. They wanted you to be able to fix it right on the spot. That's really easy to change the motors on this thing. All you got to do is take off the landing gear, and right under the landing gear are the plugs for the arms for the motors. And then all you have to do is take the plug out and unscrew the arm and pop it right off and throw on another one. It even shows you on the video that a greenhorn can do it in 30 minutes. And that's an amateur, somebody that never even tried it. You know, it couldn't be any easier. It's not like if I had to change a motor on the Phantom, it would be, you know, it's a big pain in the butt. You got to take all that crap apart and desolder this and all this crap. That's a lot of crap. This is super simple, you know. Yeah, they even give you a tool when you buy a motor. Now, I don't know how much they cost, but I am going to buy a set of motors for that thing. I don't know how much they cost. They're probably like $60 a piece because it comes with the arm and the motor on the arm already. You don't change the motor, you just change the arm, and it's a plug-in module type, you know, modular type deal. You just flip it over, take off the landing gear, use this little tool to push into the bottom to release the motor plug, pop the plug out, unscrew the 2 screws that hold the arm on, and pull it right off. Put on another one and plug it back in. Real simple. Super simple. So that was part of their thought process, was that you could fix it when it was out in the field. So good idea. Too bad it went too bad it went down the tubes, right? Yeah. Yeah. I got you on that, Dan. Now, I did that video the other day over at that train. And if you watch the video, you'll see where I started to lose the signal. As soon as I took it up, and I had it up already, but I turned around because I could hear the train coming. That's when I turned around, and as I started going to the train, you'll see the quadcopter go up and then start veering off to the left. That's when I was losing it. Okay, when the train started coming, it started losing I don't know what, it was losing, not the connection, but it was losing the satellite stuff, and that's why I started drifting away. But I was able to manually just stop it and get it. But it did throw a warning up on the screen, so I don't know what. When I started to get a little bit closer to the train, it started to throw stuff up on the screen like it was losing connection and this, that, and the other. But you can't see any of that on the video because I really didn't let it get away from me. But it was kind of like going into a manual type flying thing. But the damn video on that thing is so stable. I even had it. I'm going to post a video, I think tomorrow. Even in the sport mode, I was flying it around. It just looks smooth as glass. You can't even tell it's in sport mode. Okay. You can't even see it. You can't even notice that it's in sport mode because that gimbal is just so rock solid. It just keeps that video so smooth. I was sitting there, and unfortunately, I didn't record all of this crap. It's on the video of the drone. The drone video is there, but I didn't record all of it with the hat cam. So you couldn't see the pitch that I was doing with the drone. You can't even see it in the video. You don't even know I'm doing that. The thing is just so solid. It looks like in the video that the drone is just sitting there. It's just completely still. When really I'm going like that with the pitch. I was testing the pitch out in the sport mode. Then you can't even see it on the video. That's how rock solid the gimbal is on that. And then those videos, the one that I did the other day by the train, and then the one I did at Pioneer Park, which I'm going to post tomorrow. Oh, thanks, Drone Crush. Those videos, they're not, the EIS is not on the camera. Okay, there's no stabilization. All that stillness that you see, that's all the gimbal. Okay, the EIS is not on. It doesn't let you turn it on when it's hooked to the quadcopter, to the Karma. It disables the EIS, so it just uses the gimbal for the stabilization. I wanted to try it with the EIS, but it won't let you do it. It won't let you turn it on. So Yeah, I have a Bebop too. Love it. Love that thing. Bebop 2 is sweet. Sweet, sweet, sweet. But I have the what is it? Not that big giant controller, you know, I forgot what they even call that thing. I have the second version of it, you know, the second version of that controller. That's it, Wayne. Sky controller. I can't, you know, I have so many of these damn quadcopters. I can't hardly remember. There's just so much stuff you have to, you know, soak into this little pea brain of mine. I have to acquire all this memory. Yeah, it's the Sky controller. Yeah, I have the Sky controller too, which is really good because you can use that with the Bebop 1 also. So, and you can use it with the Mambo. So now I just use my fly pad, the original fly pad, with the Mambo now. That's the Mambo controller now. Because my Bebop 1, I use the Sky controller too. What I used to use the fly pad. But with the fly pad, with the Bebop 1, you only got about a 250-foot range with that, you know, because that's a Bluetooth type deal. So you would only get like a 250-foot range with that thing, you know. Hey, Jimmy B. So that was actually, I mean, it was great because it was sure as hell better than flying it with the phone, right? You know, because the phone controls like suck. Okay, I just absolutely loathe flying quadcopters with a telephone. Okay, I absolutely hate it. And I still have, oh God, 3 or 4 of these damn things that I haven't even opened yet that fly with the phone. And I'm like, oh, it just, I think every one of them I've given away. I gave Crystal that one, and I gave some to other people, you know. But the Keymon, yeah, that was it. That key, you know, that thing would have been freaking awesome if they would have just put like a little $10 controller in there, some kind of $10. You know, with these companies, they market this selfie crap, you know, because they think all these kids are going to buy it because it's tied to a phone, you know, because the kids have to have the phone to do every fucking thing, you know. So these companies, they market this crap thinking that they're going to get all these kids to buy because it's hooked to the phone. You know, the phone is the God Almighty to millennials and younger. Okay, you know, take their phone away and they'll kill their grandmother to get it back. But I just don't know why. You know, it's okay to market your product to kids and millennials and tie the phone in there and all this other crap. That's fine, but give another option. Give the people that, you know, that know how to fly quadcopters and stuff like that, give them the option to be able to use the thing. Because that Keymon, that thing had some really nice hardware in it. It was, you know, a nice deal. I'm sure Chris Justice has probably farted around with it a little bit. But that thing had some really nice motors on there and this really nice build quality, nice camera. Man, that's a damn shame that those companies will not put, even if they just put like a little cheap $10 controller in there, why they don't put that option in there and think that they're going to make it. It's just beyond me why they don't do it. It's just beyond me why they do not put controllers in there, because they're walking in. Thanks, Dan. They're walking in the door with 70% of their market not going to buy their product. There are tons of people out there, tons of people that won't even think about buying a quadcopter if it doesn't have a controller. And I'm one of those now. I know I bought them before, like when I bought my original Bebop, it was with the phone, and I never flew it, of course, until I got that fly pad. But so you're putting out a product, and already 70% of the people that you would think would want to buy the product, already they're not even going to think about buying the product. So you've shrunk down your market share to like this little bit of people, you know. And if you notice, every one of these things flop, you know, in the end, every one of them. This Keymon, if you go to Kickstarter, okay, you can go on there and find all kinds of these drones that are being kickstarted that just fly with the phone. Tons of them. And every one of them comes out, they flop. Every one of them. And they probably wouldn't if they had a controller, you know. Now, I don't know what the guy's name is, but there's some dude from Italy left me a message the other day on an idea of how to fix that fairy drone. Because, you know, of course, SimTube, you know, they bent everybody over and jammed it up their ass, putting that thing out without it being fixed right, you know. So what a wasted opportunity they have with that thing, because that thing would be so nice. That thing flies so sweet. And the video is actually really decent, and the price point is perfect. And they blew it. They absolutely blew it. The only person that I seem to be able to get that thing to fly is JD Quad, and he's using the phone. I don't want to use the phone. You know, I talked to him about it. I said, John, I said, you know, it's nice that you got it to fly with the phone, but I don't want to use the phone. I want to use the goddamn controller that comes with it. You know, I hate flying with the damn phones. So I don't know. It's very frustrating, you know, trying to fly these damn quadcopters with these phones, man. And you can do it on even on the Mavic Pros, and then they let you, there's an option in there to go ahead and do that. You can fly them with the phone. So if you want to do that, you can, but I would never do that. I would never even consider it. I remember when I got the Spark, I didn't have the controller. I didn't have the controller because they didn't have one. When I went to buy the Spark, it didn't have the controller there. So I had to buy it I flew it one time with the phone. One time. I went up and down. I said, okay, that's enough of that shit. I'm not tearing this thing up. I think I made a video about it. I think I went up and down, and that was it. See you later. And took it back home, waiting for I think I ran right to the DJI store or something. I think that's where I got it, actually. I went to the DJI store because buying things from the DJI store is really nice. I mean, you get that shit like the next day. Okay. It comes like super quick, and it's free shipping. Yeah, the fairy drone. Man, phew, that thing could have been so nice. But I'm going to try this little trick that this Italian dude left me a message about. I don't know if it's going to work or not, but he said that some dude from Germany or something did this and it worked. So I'm going to try it, make a video about it, see what happens. Yeah, it kind of sucks. Oh, Jimmy B, this weather is just, as a matter of fact, let me tell you, it's about 25 here. Let me tell you what I saw on the news last night. I was sitting over at the bar, and the news was on, and they put some graphic up on the screen, and it said, if we don't have one drop of participation until next May 30th, we would be back to normal. That's how much rain that we've had this year. We're like 6 months ahead of schedule, or 8 months ahead of schedule on rain and participate. I'm like, wow. Because it is, honest to God, guys, it has rained, I would say, it has not rained 2 days here in maybe the last 70 days. And I go out, and whenever it stops, I go out and shoot these videos. Because you'll see that this video I'm going to post tomorrow, it was shot the same day as the one with the train, because I have the same drone pool shirt on, okay? And so was some other one that I did, because when it stops raining for 5 minutes, I have to try to run out there and make some kind of video. But if you'll notice in the video, all summer, if you notice in my videos, if you look at my pants, you'll always see the knees all wet. Because the parks are always, they're just mud holes. They're completely sogged out. So every video I've done all year, it's never been dry out at the park. It's never been dry. It's always muddy and soggy. And sometimes I take some rags and throw them on the ground and kneel on the rags while I'm setting the stuff up. But the water just goes right through the rag right into my pants. So I don't even bother now. I'm telling you, man, it has rained every single freaking day here. It's sickening, the amount of rain. It's absolutely sickening, the amount of rain we've had. Yeah, it's happy Thanksgiving to everybody. Let me see what time. Oh, it's I'm into Roger and Kim over here, so I actually didn't plan on staying on here this long. I was going to try to get off by 10 after, but, you know. All right, Hiram. See you later, brother. Go get that bebop going. Yeah, Wayne. Wayne, you're in Michigan, aren't you? Are you in Michigan? I think. Yeah, the bad thing about them phone control quadcopters too, they don't have the range. You know, the range is bad on them too. So I think they fly with, I think they use Bluetooth for that. I think, I'm not sure. But they market them as selfie drones, you know. It's all BS. Okay. So, okay, you're not far from State College, so that means you get the sucky weather like a day and a half after we get it. So that it, you know, it takes a shit on me and then it goes to you and takes a dump. Yeah, that's great. Yeah. Wow, 5 degrees. Oh, geez. Yeah, okay. Yeah, I noticed that, Eric. I the same thing. The same thing happened to me when I did my little test flight before I did that little indoor thing, which I usually don't do test flights before I'm doing something, but I wanted to be able to try to shoot those cups. So I wanted to make sure I knew what I was doing with it. And I noticed that when I first took it out of the box and powered it up and took it off, the thing was everywhere. It went all over. I went, whoa, you know, so that's when I looked and I said, okay, what do I got to do about that? And that's when I calibrated it. And then as soon as I calibrated it and took off, it was fine. If you notice that flight that I had, the only flight I did with it in the house, when it took off, it was very stable because it was just, I had just done that calibration. Every time you turn it on, you have to do that level calibration on that thing. Oh, Philly Drone Life, thank you. I think I seen you last week on the Drone Bum. I was there. And yeah, I think you were on before Dennis. Dennis had all kinds of trouble doing that live stream. I was cracking up because he didn't know he was even on. You know? He didn't even know he was on, that it was live. Okay. So it was pretty funny. I was sitting there going, "Oh, don't say something stupid, Dennis. Don't say something you'll regret," because he didn't know that he was live. So it was pretty. Hey, Butch, he didn't know he was live, so it was pretty funny. Yeah. Okay, Philly Drone Life. I remember seeing a video. I think I made a comment. I think you're in South Philly. I think you're in South Philly because I think I saw a video. See the thing about South Philly, and if you look at it on, go to Google Maps, okay, or Google Earth, and go to South Philly and get the satellite view and zoom down on it. There is no, I don't even know if in the whole South there's one tree. Okay, I don't see any green. It's just row houses, which I grew up in a row house. I'm from Baltimore. I was born in Baltimore. Okay, grew up in a row house on Power Street. Okay, it's just row house after street after street after street after street of row houses, and it's all packed in there. And I swear to God, I can't see one tree from the satellite. I don't know if there's any grass, if there's any trees, if there's anything like that. I don't, so that's the concrete jungle right there. Is that South Philly, man? I'm telling you. Now the north looks, the west or east or west, it looks fine, but that one area right there, there's nothing there. There's no, I guess they don't have no problem with any wild animals running around in there because there's nothing there for them. There's nowhere for them to live unless they come and live in your bedroom. I was thinking because I went down when I was doing looking at that South Philly, I went down to the street view and I was, clicking the mouse, just going down this street and that street and this street and that street. It's like all these little, they have these little corner stores on every couple blocks you'll see. And in that South Philly, you'll see these little mom and pop joints. They're always on the corner, but there's, I'm thinking, where do all these people park their car? Because it doesn't look like there's a lot of parking available anywhere in there. So I'm imagining that a lot of people don't even have vehicles that live there. They probably take public transportation or something. But it just really looks like it would be hard to get around over there because it looks like it would be extremely congested and stuff like that. So I don't know. That's just me. That's what it looks like to me. I don't live there. I've never been there, but to me, it looks like it would be very congested and stuff like that. So, yeah, okay. Don't even start with the parking, right? Yeah, because that show, remember that parking? I forgot what it was called on A&E. They were in Philly. They were in Philly and Detroit. Hey, Mrs. RC. Okay, well, I don't know if anybody's in here. Let me do a quick recap before I go of what this live stream was supposed to be about. It was about this hat, which I got from Chris Justice, and he sent me one of these cutting mats that he got at the Dollar General because he's got a good Dollar General. My Dollar General sucks ass. And I wanted to I talked about the new Solo battery I got. I'm going to check it to see if it's any good. And I'm sending out the Bugs 3. I'm sending out the Bugs 3 to Patrick, review man of all drones. By the way, Patrick, I'm going to send this out on Saturday morning. So you'll have it by, I don't know what the holiday and all that. So on Tuesday you'll have it by Tuesday at the latest. So I bought yesterday, I picked up a GoPro Hero 4 Black for $35. I found it. I couldn't pass it up, so can never have enough GoPros. LOL. Well, you know, I gave Patrick an option. I gave him 2 drones to pick from. I said, you can have the Bugs 3. So usually when I'm going to give one of these quadcopters away, I'll go to the person's channel that I'm going to give it to, and I'll look around to see what they got, because I don't want to send them something they already have, right? So I'll go, if I'll find somebody in my head that I want to give something to, so I'll go look at their channel. Hey, what's up, Jim? So I'll go to their channel and I'll look around and I'll go, okay, you know, they don't have this, they don't have that, this, da, 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 da. Now I noticed that he had started to get into like FPV quads and stuff like that. So I looked over his videos and said, okay, well, I'll give him these 2 options, you know. So I gave him the option of the Bugs 3 and the ProMark Warrior, you know, that big SEMA X8 clone or whatever, you know, rebrand. That's what it is. And he picked the Bugs 3. So I got the message last night. He said, okay, I'll go with the Bugs 3, which is what I would have done. But I didn't know if he wanted to fly that, or he wanted the ProMark, because the ProMark, you know, it's got the altitude hold and all that crap. The Bugs 3, it doesn't. But what I'm thinking of doing is getting that Bugs 3 Pro, even though it doesn't have, you know, very good reviews, but it has that option that you can turn the GPS and just fly it manually, which I think is pretty cool. So basically you can have just another Bugs 3, but then you can have the Bugs 3 with the GPS hold if you want to do follow me's and stuff like that. So it's kind of like an all-in-one solution. I'm sure the camera still sucks ass because, you know, MJX, their cameras all suck, you know. So I'll be able to rig up the Hero session, the Hero 5 session I have. I'll be able to rig that up to it. So, you know, it is what it is. Yeah, Wayne, I had to buy it. You know, it's one of them things, you know, sometimes you're looking around at something and you see something that's so cheap, you just can't not buy it. You know, it's like, you know, God damn, that dog food's $1 a bag. Oh, I don't have a dog but helmet. I'll buy it. Give it to my neighbor. You know, it's just that the price was so, I just couldn't not buy it. I had to have it. I said, okay, I have to buy this for $35. I have to. I don't have a choice. I don't need it, but I have to buy it. And it looked real good. There was a few pictures. Didn't look like it was a scratch on it. So, I mean, it wasn't new. It clearly stated that it wasn't new. But it came with all this crap, all the hookups and the SD card and all that stuff. So, I mean, when you buy them new, they don't even come with an SD card. You know, you're not getting an SD card when you buy them new. I got 2 of the blacks, the Hero 6 blacks. I got 2 of those. One of them came with the Karma, and you know, and I bought that Karma. I bought the one with the Hero 6 black because, you know, yeah, it was the one that cost the most, but it was the best value one is to get that one. You know, if you just bought the one without the camera, and if you didn't have a GoPro, then you're stuck buying a GoPro because you can't use any other camera in that gimbal. You know, it's not like you can go stick a Xiaomi camera on it. You know, nothing works in there but the GoPro. So you might as well get the damn thing with the GoPro. Hey, Ronnie. Ronnie. Ronnie, Ronnie, Ronnie. We're going to have to put these wrenches in here. See, I'll have to be doing more live streams because it's getting to be winter, and who wants to... I think the coldest that I flew last year, I made a video. Hey, Ron, was 18 degrees. Okay, that's as cold as that I flew last year. I took my Bugs 2 out. I made a video about it. I took the Bugs 2 out and flew it, and actually it really surprised me how well it flew in that 18 degree. As a matter of fact, it had ice on the props when it came back down. Okay, on the Bugs too. So I was actually surprised it didn't fail, but it flew for 15 minutes or something like that, even in that cold, you know. But that was the only time last year I flew when it was really cold. I just wanted to actually see what would happen. So I, kind of like threw the Bugs 2 out there as like the guinea pig, because I didn't know, because I didn't fly the winter before. I just got into these drones in 2017, so I didn't, in March, I didn't fly the winter before. I never had flown out in the cold like that. So I actually didn't know what to expect. So I didn't want to, risk my, my Phantom 3 or my Bebop 2 or anything like that out in that kind of cold. I didn't know what was going to happen. So I threw the Bugs 2 up there as a guinea pig, and to see, what would happen. I kept the battery warm up on the car defroster when I was driving to the park, and it flew great, man. Flew great. Had that ice on there, was a little concerning on the props when it came down, but hey, it flew fine. So now I know I can go out there. But the thing about Pittsburgh, the weather sucks, but you'll get these little lulls in the winter here. It'll be, freaking 10 degrees, for 7 or 8 days, cold as hell, snow. And then it'll go up to 52 or 3. And then, that's when you run out there and you make a couple videos. But that always happens here. You'll get these weird lulls in the bitter cold winter, so happens all the time. All right, boys, I've been on long enough. I'm going to hit the road. I want to thank everybody for coming in. I want to thank Chris Justice for sending me this badass cap and this nice cutting board. I can go chop up some celery. I can go chop up some celery with it. Actually, I'm fixing to go next door and test out those. I'm going to go test out those Bugs 2 foldable props. I'll give you a heads up on them. I did take it up for a minute in the back room when I put them on, because I didn't want to go shoot the video and have them fall off. So I wanted to test. It seems like when you're starting to land, they clack. They're like touching or something. It makes this little weird clicking noise as it's slowing down, as the motors are slowing down. When it was spun up and I took it up in the air, it was fine. Okay, but when it's landing, it's slowing down. It seems like there's something, I don't know, something clicking in there, Yeah, Ron, they're for the Bugs 2, and you can also use them for the Hubsan, the 501. You can use them on there too. Because when I bought them, I got them from Banggood. They were real cheap. I don't know, $3 or $4 or something. They show on the thing you can use them for either one of the quadcopters. So But it actually does fly. It's, you know, they didn't fall off or anything. It went up, came down, and as the motors were slowing down, they started making this noise, this clicking noise. So I don't even know what because you can't see it because it's still spinning faster than you can see. I would have to set up the super slow-mo on the GoPro and video record that, or maybe I could just do it with the iPhone, just put it in the slow motion to see what's happening there. But it would have to be really good slow motion. So, but I think the iPhone will do 240 frames a second. So we'll see. I'm going to check it out. Maybe I'll set the phone up there to record the slow-mo on that, see what that clicking is. I don't know if they'll work with the Bugs 3 or not. They might. I don't know if they're the same props. They might be. They might be the same props, actually, as the Bugs 3. Come to think of it, I think they are. Yeah. So, all right, boys, I'm going to hit the road. Ron, you have a great Thanksgiving. Everybody have a great Thanksgiving. I'm going to go chill out for a couple minutes, watch some videos, and then I'm going to go shoot that video with the props. All right, boys, have a nice day.